everyone, it's Jessica. Today I am going to make a really fun card with this adorable stamp set. It is the new March stamp of the month from Close to My Heart, and I just love this cute little koala standing in the rain with his umbrella. So to get this card ready, I have just gone ahead and cut those pieces, and I will leave all of their dimensions in the description box down below if you'd like to recreate this. And then I've edge distressed the papers in either Sapphire or Wisteria ink. So like I said, this is called Precious Moments, and there are lots of really cute little animals and sentiments on here. We're going to do the one where he is standing in the rain and it says, "I'm here for you, rain or shine." Now I did go ahead and stamp that same image on a piece of sticky note. So I'm using the sticky notes that are completely sticky on the back. And then after doing that, I very carefully cut out along as close as I could get to that stamped image to create a mask. Now the part where his umbrella is coming up on the stick was a little tricky, so I decided to cut that in two separate pieces. So after carefully covering my stamped image with the mask, I am going to grab a blending brush and some periwinkle ink. And I'm just going to start pretty much in the center of my paper here, right on top of my mask, and then just work my way out in some circular motions. It really doesn't look like much. In fact, I'm always kind of thinking to myself, did I add enough color here? Because with that mask down, you really can't tell how much color you are leaving on the paper. And I found that using these blending brushes, it really is a much lighter application of ink color. So it just takes a little bit of patience to keep building that up. But never fear, when you pull that mask off, there's always like, oh my goodness, there's so much more color on here than I originally thought there was going to be. So I've just built up kind of a periwinkle cloud of blue around the masked image. And then I'm going to use my little tool here to very carefully peel that sticky note up. I can reuse the same mask many times until it loses its stick, so I'm just trying not to damage it here. And sure enough, when I pull it up, look at how white that stamped image is and how cute that little blended ink background is. All right, I've been working on my all-purpose mat, so I'll just wipe it down and it's all clean for the next project. All right, one of the things that I love about these images is they are a ton of fun to color. So I'm just using my tri-blend markers, and these have one color but three different shades of the same color all in one marker. So on his umbrella, I am going to end up going over it with my Wisteria shimmer brush, which adds a nice purple color. So it was really kind of pointless to color it with the marker, but I went ahead and did it anyway. And then I'm using a couple of other colors to color in his body. So I've got the light yellow for his boots. I'm using brown gray for the koala himself, and then the pale pink to add just a little touch of pink to his ears and his rosy cheeks. And I believe I did green turquoise for the puddle that he is standing in. All right, next I need to add the stamped sentiment. So I'm going to grab the one that says, "I'm here for you, rain or shine." I think that is so fun. There are lots of other really great sentiments on the stamp set as well, like happy spring, any day spent with you is my favorite day, thank you bunches, precious moments, and you brighten my day. So very usable for card making. All right, and then I'll go ahead and start building all of these pieces. So it's a pretty simple card design to put together. I'm just going to layer everything from the bottom on up. And I'm using my T-square ruler and my Versamat to make sure that I'm putting all these papers down straight. So that first little half-inch strip, it's actually one of my zip strips from the top of my papers. And I am using papers from the Life's a Hoot collection. I'm going to put that a half-inch up from the bottom of the card, and then everything else is just going to stack right on top of it. So I really love this striped one that has all of the fun colors in it. And then I have just a 1/4 inch strip of Wisteria cardstock, and because I had a feeling I'd probably get tape runner all over the place if I tried to use my tape runner, I just put a little bead of liquid glue right over where I knew it was going to go, and then I pushed it down onto that glue instead. And then I will put my, my image on some 3D foam tape just to add a little bit of dimension to this card. So I'm going to grab my thin 3D foam tape, And I don't know about you guys, but I go through foam tape like crazy. So I am always trying to be mindful of how I am using it. And I have found if I have something like this size, like in a square or a rectangle, if I just come in from the corners toward the center, that seems to do a pretty good job of providing a lot of stability to that piece of paper that I'm popping up, while also, being mindful of how much foam tape that I'm using. So that's just the way that I like to apply it. And then I'm going to put it here, making sure that I can still see some of that striped paper down below. And now just come the final touch details, the ones that are really fun and sparkly. So I'm grabbing my Wisteria shimmer brush and going back over that umbrella. Like I said, I probably didn't really need to color that part in with my markers, but I did. And then I'm going to use some of my liquid glass. I don't actually reach for it very often, so my tip got a little clogged up. I grabbed like a sewing pin, a straight pin, and a little scrap piece of paper just to make sure I had some good flow. And then all I had to do was wipe that pin off and it cleaned right up. And so I'm going to go over the nose of my koala and then those raindrops. And when it dries, it's just going to have some really fun glassy dimension to it. And I thought that that was just a fun little touch. Definitely need to reach for my liquid glass more often. Honestly, I use it most of the time to fix broken toys around the house because it is an incredible adhesive. So then I'm going to grab some of my clear sparkles here and add one to the bottom and then two to the top, making that visual triangle. And that is basically it. So a really quick, fun card using that new stamp of the month. It is available only during March 2023 from Close to My Heart. After March is over, the stamp set goes away. So you can get it for $5 with a $50 purchase, or if you are a VIP customer and you make that qualifying purchase, you get it for free. So I will leave some links in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching today. Happy crafting. Bye.